Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Morgan here at The Life of Tillmans, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how I work through setting goals with my daughters. This was a really authentic conversation that we had. I had to really help them forget that the camera was there so that they can engage. But we started out just by grabbing everything that we needed, which were the girls' planners, any markers. We used lots of different color pens, and we just made this a fun family event. We have been doing goal setting for about 3 years now, and you will see we got pretty in-depth this year, which is the most in-depth that we've ever gotten with goals. I like to really try to give my girls freedom and the opportunity to really express themselves and get a good understanding of what they are doing, because there will be a point where they are setting goals as adults, and this is just a starting process for them. So we sat down at the table, really just chatting and really opening up. And right now I'm just kind of prepping them for what we are about to do, making sure that they have all of their supplies, that their minds are open and ready. You know, I always start things with a joke with them just to kind of help lighten the mood. My youngest daughter is just here tagging along, listening to what we're doing. She's growing and learning in the same way. But I want you to stick around and just really listen to our conversation when it comes to goal setting, and make sure you stay to the end so I can give you some additional information.
Look, our volleyball schedule last year was so much busier than this. I should show you this compared to my old planner.
I already know. I lived it. Okay, let's talk about goals. Keep your planner out because there's some opportunities for. I need that. Y'all only need one. So, grab your planners and let's look in there on your planners.
What's that? What's up, Phillips?
So on your weekly thing, you guys see that it has
goals at the bottom.
So this is where you would put goals, like if you wanted to make a goal for these 2 months. That's how it is, okay? You don't have to use that section. Your goals can be on a piece of paper. And then short-term goals, and then there's long-term goals. I think we talked about this very briefly last year, but
yeah, like long-term goals would be like expand over the whole one or the whole year, and then the short terms would be like a week or even a day.
Yes, and also a long-term goal could be that we write. Yes, you could have goals for your life, but a long-term goal also, if we're just talking about for us, we're talking about just for this year. So your long-term goal could be something that you do every semester, okay? That you update your long-term goal. So it could be for a semester. Semester is the first half of the year.
Yes.
Or second half of the year.
Okay. But for the semesters, like this first and second semester, is there like a designated break?
No, it's for us, it's just how we choose to do it. So our break would be right around Christmas time, which is usually when most other schools have a semester, but it's like half of the year. So we start in July, so our half of the year would be December. And then our second half would be
close enough.
So it'd be like the end of December, maybe mid-January. Okay? And then we would set our next semester goals from January until May-ish. That makes sense? So you can make a goal, you can make a few goals that are for the whole school year, which would be school related. And then you could make some to where you go into your planner, and every week you're like, okay, where was that? Oh, was it down here somewhere? Oh yes. Okay, so what would your week's goals be for July 29th through September or August the 2nd, and whatever your goals would be for that. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. So you could make it that your goal is, I'm just throwing this out here, that your goal is to practice 2 extra days of volleyball this week, not including practice or games. It could be that your goal for this week is to pick up your instrument and practice 3 days a week for 20 minutes. That would be like an extracurricular, those would be extracurricular goals. That make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then if you wanted to do a personal goal this week, say you want to make sure that you get up every morning and make your bed. I want to make my bed every morning. And that could be your goal. That's the reason why I feel like we need to print them out so that they can be seen. Y'all can hang your goals up in your bedroom. Y'all can hang it. If it's a school goal, you can put it right here on the wall because this is where we school.
My hands still have to do.
Or you could, and then like your personal goals, you could also keep those in your bedroom as well. So your personal goals and your, and then your extracurricular and your school goals can go here in the schoolroom. That makes sense? Y'all can do it that way.
I always have to make potato chips. It takes like 15 hours to do it.
I know you have to shred them or whatever.
You have to shred.
Bake them.
You have to. No, yeah, you have to put them in one.
That's baking. What
And
about
if you have to
fried?
make
Because
wavy-
dropping that grease.
No, you don't
I'm sorry.
fry them.
Potato chips?
No.
Yes, you do.
Regular potato chips are fried. Yeah.
Yeah, but the ones that I watched on TV.
They were baked.
Ish. Yeah.
Okay.
She
The
said
first,
bake dish.
he cut them up and then like.
Wait. Let's stay focused on goals right now. Okay. We'll talk about chopped in just a minute. Okay. All right. Okay. So at the end of each week, we can set a weekly goal for the next week. Does that make sense? So I want us to be able to sit down and take time to do that. We did not do that last semester, but I would like for us to do that.
No,
or last school year.
wasn't like that.
No, you didn't have a planner like this, so this will be new. All right, so you have your 3 categories. Brenna's already written hers down. Maggie, where's your paper? Grab you some notebook paper and let's get started. So we have 3 categories. What are the 3 categories, Brenna?
School, extracurricular, person.
Brenna, what are yours?
Personnel, school, and sports.
And sports related or extracurricular related. Let's do extracurricular because it may not be a sport. It might be baking. It might be, you don't do coding, but it might be coding. It might be STEM. It might be your electives. Okay, so we'll do
So extra and how do you spell curricular?
extra curricular.
X.
And the CURR. I don't know. I don't know. I write it all the time. Yes, CURRICULAR.
What?
CURRICULAR.
Extracurricular. Okay, so those are your 3 categories of goals. So you have personal goals, you have school related goals, and then you have extracurricular. And these are, you can decide if you want them to be short term or long term. Okay, so for your school related goals, we're focusing on school things. All right, so that is how you are doing your schoolwork, what you are doing, what you want to complete. Brenna, one of yours could be that you want to take 15 minutes 4 times a week to write. It depends on what you feel like you want to really focus on.
Depends on how heavy my writing work that week was.
Okay, and then so that would be school related. Personal goals. What is you set? You set your personal goals. Okay, so what do you want your personal goals to be?
Personal goal is to wake up 7 a.m. or earlier.
Why are you waking up at 7 a.m.? So when before you answer that, anytime you set a goal, you have to have a reason behind why you're choosing to do it. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to meet that goal. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So we have to know our why for anything that we're doing. My goal, I am training for a half marathon. My goal is to make sure that I get my 4 runs in a week. Why? Because
So
I'm
you
running, so I can run for the marathon, the half marathon. So that is my why. Curricular? Right there. So anytime you set a goal, you have to have a why. Why are you wanting this? Why is this a goal for you?
To do my school, since almost every single day is always volleyball, so I need to be up early doing my schoolwork done before we have to leave for volleyball. And
To work out. Okay? So that's your reason for wanting to be up by 7 in the morning. Okay? Alright? So what's another personal goal? And this is a personal goal. I almost feel like this should go under school or extracurricular because, and I guess it's a personal thing. You're waking up, but why? So you're waking up for school reasons and extracurricular reasons. Okay? So now let's do a couple more personal goals. I would like for one of y'all's goals to be a spiritual goal.
Yeah, I was gonna do to read my Bible and pray every day.
Okay? You could do both. You could take, you don't have to spend an hour reading your Bible, but you could take 15 minutes to read your Bible, and then you could pray before you read and after, and that could be a part of your 15 minutes. So you could say 15 to 20 minutes of private time with God, and however you choose to spend that private time with God, that's what you can do. So that could look like you spend your time praying, you open up your Bible, you read what you want to read, you pray afterwards, and then you go on with the rest of your day. And this will not take place of our Bible time that we do as a family every day. Okay? So go ahead and set y'all's personal goals.
Do you have any?
Do I have personal goals?
Yeah.
Yes. Would you like me to share one of?
Sure.
I can share 2. So I'll share 3. Personal goals. I want to wake up and go to bed at a certain time because I need my rest so that I have the fuel to be able to do things. So my wake up time is 5 to 5:30, and my go to bed time is 10. Actually, it's probably more like 9. I want to be in the bed by 9 and lights out at 9:30.
How do you spell Carrie?
Carry.
Oh. I was like,
Okay.
Carry for what?
Carry.
Carry what?
Carry.
Why? What's the goal?
oh, my business.
Carry her business. Okay, so that's one of my goals. And the reason behind that is because my other 2 goals fall in line with this. I need to spend and take my own personal time to spend with God every morning and my exercise. So that's why. And I can't do that if I don't go to bed on time and if I don't wake up in the morning. Because I can't wake up in the morning if I don't go to bed on time. M-I-N-U-T-E-S. We can tell you guys have been out of school. Yeah.
Is reading school or extracurriculars?
It actually can fall under both. Because if you're reading for leisure, that's a personal thing that you want to do. If you're reading for school, you're making sure that you are getting your school stuff together. So it could be either one.
And then another personal goal I have.
Can we do 2?
You can do as many as you want. However, the more goals that you add, you can't write in mommy's planner though. No. I can give you some paper that you can write on. You want to do that? Okay, my planner is sacred work, girl. Sacred work. Here we go. The more goals you do, the more it is for you to have to keep up with. And we cannot change everything all at one time. Okay? So this is where part of your weekly goals will come in. Your weekly goals need to be related to your long-term goals, because those would be the small steps that you would take in order to achieve your long-term goals. So your long-term goal, Brenna, is to what? Wake up at 7 a.m. by 7 every morning. Okay? So your weekly goals, or even a daily goal, would be, how are you going to get up at 7 a.m.?
To go to bed.
To go to bed on time would be a good one.
And set my alarm.
And to set an alarm. Those would be
the
good.
alarm clock before school starts.
Yes, I can.
You can have mine. I don't want that color.
But you beat up yours.
Well, it's actually not yours. It was yours, right? To begin with. But it's not. We'll take care of it. What you writing, girlfriend? You're making you another list. Okay. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So your weekly goals, or even if you want to set a daily goal, will be associated with your long-term goals. And this may not flow exactly how it would. I mean, I've been setting goals for many years. So at the end of the day, you're trying to achieve a few things in each one of these categories. And then you have to make sure that you're doing daily and weekly steps in order to achieve that goal.
My other goal is to make my bed every day.
To make your bed every day.
Wow.
What's the motivation behind that?
So I can feel refreshed in the morning.
I like that. So in order for you to start your day off refreshed, which sets the tone for the rest of the day, one of the things that you're going to do is make your bed. Good. So every day you'll make your bed. and you will get up and you'll spend time with God. That is a really great way to start your day. I like that. What's up? What do you have on your list? Oh, Kava, you want to go eat? Yeah.
It
Okay.
says, this one says go to Game's house.
Go to Gammy's house. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
another
Another one.
The other.
you have my money. Like my money.
I do. Yes.
Hey, can I go to Target?
What do you want to get at Target?
Yes.
You
She
want
said candy.
Okay, school goals. Let me hear a couple of your school goals.
How do you
I
spell
only have
Target?
one.
Okay, what is that?
To not carry over school to another day unless I absolutely have
Okay, so what steps
I
are
have
you going to?
something to say.
Just a second, please. Just a second.
Mine
So-
is get a math lesson done every day.
Just a
I
second.
can.
So, how are you going to achieve that goal? What
Stay
are
focused.
3 things that you can do underneath that goal to help you make sure that you don't carry work over to the next day?
First one is to stay focused.
Get to bed on time the next day. So you can be focused. And catch up on your water. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So then I could take this even further, which is more in depth than what you guys are accustomed to. But you said stay focused. What are you going to do to stay focused? That's very generalized. What are you going to do to keep yourself focused so that you don't have to carry work over to the next day? How about no extra talking that's not related to your school stuff? How about maybe separating yourself if you see the need to where you can do your schoolwork?
Are we gonna
Right.
get new windows by the time?
That's gonna be another day we're gonna have to probably take off because we can't school while they're changing out the windows. So we'll have to deal with that. I don't know when that happens.
It's conditioned, but
I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What's the school goal?
one of our school goals is to get my math lesson, get at least one math lesson done every school day.
And I will say this: you set goals, but does that mean that you're a failure if you don't complete your goal every day or every week or by the end of the semester?
No, you just have to work to catch up on that goal.
Not even necessarily catch up. If you can show and you feel that you have worked really hard to achieve the goal and maybe you still just didn't do it, that doesn't mean that you're a failure. It's the progress. Okay? How are you progressing toward your goal? And every day you progress in the direction of your goal. If you decide that I'm not going to look at these goals anymore and I'm not even going to worry about them, that would be where I'm not going to say failure, but you did not work hard to achieve that goal. But if you work really hard to achieve a goal and you still don't make it, does that mean that you failed? No, it absolutely does not. It just means that you didn't achieve that goal, but you still made lots of good steps towards doing so. Thank you. Do you want to do ABC Mouse? You can do that.
I'm gonna make my list.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Hey,
Do you want to go get your other list off of the refrigerator?
and throw it in the trash?
No, you can bring it up so you can carry some stuff over that you didn't get to do.
And we can do that. How you
Can I have
spell-
this back?
All of my goals
Okay.
in
Okay.
okay.
So those will be daily goals.
No,
But like-
actually.
So what is,
What is-
okay, so are your daily goals all organizational things?
What does that mean?
Things to help you stay organized in your life,
Kind of.
okay? So your overall long-term goal is to provide more structure or to be more organized,
Yeah.
okay? So that would be, so you can write that down somewhere.
Work.
It does, they just have caps on the tips of them.
Or caps.
This is a cap. See, it's gone. And that's so that it doesn't dry out before somebody actually gets to use it. So your overall goal would be to become more organized.
Small I.
And these,
Aren't our tips like red and like jelly?
Mom, how do you spell Target?
Tar. Arg.
segment the word. So your overall goal is to become more organized. So what that means is all of the goals that you have something to do with organization, structure in your life, okay? Those will be your short-term goals. The small steps that you would take to achieve the overall goal of being more organized. So Brenna, if you look at your list, what do you think your overall goal is when you look at the different goals that you have, even for those categories? Can you put all of those under one big umbrella of goals? Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. So in your school goals, you just have one school goal and you have steps to achieve that, right? What are some other things that you want to achieve for school? Is your overall goal to become more focused? Okay, so your overall school goal would be to become more focused. Is that not where you're going with your extracurriculars as well? With making sure that you are, what are your goals for extracurriculars?
To practice 3 days a week. That's if I can. That's not including the days I actually practice. 'Cause sometimes it's not possible if we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, because then there's only 5 patterns that day, and that's
Right. So is that not helping you to be more focused on the sports and the extracurriculars? I think your overall one, which we talked about in your video, remember you mentioned that.
Mhm.
That is your overall goal is to be more focused. Hold on just a second, please. Is to be more focused, okay? So Maggie, make sure you put at the top of yours, your overall goal is to be more organized. Brenna, yours
That's
is
one
to be
word. That's not
more
one word,
focused
right?
overall. It is one word, yes.
Yeah, I remember when the overall for show with showstopper
Mom,
for Palm.
can we go to Harvard then skip Jamie's house? To like tomorrow and
We'll
stuff?
see. You just write down what you want. Is that your name?
Yes.
Let's
So
try,
that-
let's try to write that because I can't tell what that is. That's fine. Okay, let's get a few more.
That's all.
You only have one school goal, which is what?
I'm not carrying over school to another day.
Okay. What about? That's the only goal that you have. So, do you think that goal could possibly force you to rush your schoolwork? You don't think so? If your goal is not to carry over to the next day, could it turn into, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and get this done so that it doesn't carry over to the next day? Do you think that's a possibility? Okay, so what is a goal? One more goal under school that can help you to focus on, yes, no, I don't want this to carry over to the next day, but I want to do what with the work that I'm doing? Yes, to do it, you really want to do a good job. However you want to word that, I think that would be a good one. And I'm gonna give you, I would like for you guys to look at these over the next day or so that you can really make sure that the wording and everything speaks to you. I'm helping you guys put your goals together, but at the end of the day, who's working towards achieving those goals? But also, I'm gonna help you. So that's why I think it's good for us to have those goals on the wall so that I can help you guys if I need to help redirect you during our day towards focusing back on your goals. And I'll put my goals up there because y'all can help me do the same thing, right? We can all hold each other accountable. Sound like a plan? Yeah?
Sorry.
Don't write on me. Okay, Maggie, what do you have under school?
Try to do a math lesson every day, so I'm doing that.
You put try. When we put try in front of something, it's almost like we can't necessarily do it. We're gonna try, but we might miss the mark.
Yeah.
No, let's not focus on missing the mark. Let's say, do a math lesson every day. And then, if something happens that you're truly not able to, say the subject matter is something that you need an extra day on. That's a completely different story because you actually did put forth a valid effort to complete a math lesson every day. You just weren't able to do so. Brenna, are you done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put those in your planner. And then we will come back and revisit those when you guys finish working on your planners. Sound good? Leave that there because we're gonna finish that. That's your schedule. If you're done with it, trash it.
What? I'm gonna keep it in my room.
Trash it. Oh,
Okay.
well, that would make sense. No.
Cause you can put your
Mommy.
wins and losses on there.
Mommy,
Mhm.
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yes.
So what I want at Sonic
Okay.
is French fries, a big thing of French fries.
Okay, hold on. You put down what you want. Maggie, what do we have? Extracurricular goals. Oh, school goals. Let's talk about that.
Schools, I want to be more passionate with my writing.
Ooh, you want to work on writing. Okay,
Be a
right
little
there.
bit bigger with it.
Okay. I think that's awesome.
Brenna was done working on her goals for the moment. She was also a little pooped out, though I continued to work with Maggie for a few more minutes until she got hers done, and then we wrapped up our session. So as you guys could see, we sat down and had a really authentic conversation about goals. And this is as in-depth with setting goals as we have ever gone. So each year it just compounds and adds, and I add a little bit more layers to it to really help the girls get an even better understanding of what it truly means to set goals. So this time we're talking more about long-term versus short-term, and if you have a long-term goal, what steps you're going to take to be able to achieve your long-term goal. And that's just a part of growth. We have been setting goals now for 3 years, and it just grows every single time. And it was simple. The first year was goals like, I want to be able to finish my schoolwork every day, or I want to finish this curriculum by a specific date at the end of the school year. Something really simple. And so I would remind the girls, remember, we're focusing so that we can finish our schoolwork by the end of this date at the end of the school year, type of thing. And so it's just grown from there. It was really hard for me to record this video because I wanted the girls to be their true authentic selves, and they really were. But I had to really kind of keep them on track and help them forget that the camera was there so that they were really open up, because it can be hard talking about goals, because a lot of times you have to think about, what are you trying to accomplish? Why are you trying to accomplish it? And what actually keeps you from accomplishing that? So you have to recognize that maybe I procrastinate. Maybe I just don't feel like doing things. Maybe it's hard and I'm trying to avoid that. There's just so many different things that come into play when you are working on goals. And this is not just for our children. I experienced this as an adult, and you probably do as well. So I just want to continue to guide them in setting goals, because they will need to do that when they are adults and they don't have me to sit down at the table and round table talk with them. But this was a really good opportunity. They are going to take their goals for school and they will put them here above my head on the wall. Then they will have their personal goals and their like extracurricular goals. They will put those in their rooms, and we will probably put some downstairs in our kitchen school area is what I call it. And that way I can see them, I can help remind them, we can all keep each other focused and on track. I am also going to put my goals up so that my girls can see them as well. And this is accountability, and I think it's super important to have that. If you don't put your goals up somewhere where you can see them, they're not going to happen, because, well, I'll speak for me and say that, because I don't see it. It's not a reminder unless I have a reminder on my phone or something like that. If we don't have our goals visible in front of us, then a lot of times we will fall off from those. So I hope this was helpful in setting goals for your family.